And this is just the first round. India managing to avenge the martyrdom of 40 CRPF Jawans killed in Pulwama suicide attack. This is a big victory for the forces. Mastermind Ghazi Abdul Rashid alias Kamran being gunned down in an encounter in the area of Jammu and Kashmir. In fact, Kamran, who is the mastermind of the suicide strike with bomber Adil Ahmed Dar, who blew up 35 kgs of IED while slamming his SUV into a convoy of CRPF Jawans on the 14th of February, has been eliminated by the security forces. An encounter that in fact took place overnight. Kamran was also believed to be a close associate of Jaish chief Masood Azhar, and he was the terror organization's main trainer in arms and explosives. While local Jaish terrorist Hilal has also been neutralized in the encounter, the forces are still looking for one more terrorist who, according to sources, is believed to be holed up in the area. The encounter is still underway. There's a fierce gunfight that's still on. 4 army men, including an officer and a civilian, lost their lives in this encounter that has been going on since the few hours that was launched in a joint operation by the Army, the CRPF and the Special Operations Group.
The fierce firefight that started a little after midnight continues behind me in this village in Pulwama in South Kashmir. 2 terrorists are now confirmed killed, but a 3rd terrorist is still holding the security forces. Now they're moving with extreme caution. Village has been evacuated. Locals have been asked to leave. But at this point of time, what is confirmed is one Pakistani terrorist, Kamran, has been killed. Now he's that alleged terrorist who had reportedly helped put together the improvised explosive device that was used to kill the CRPF personnel, 40 plus CRPF personnel. The firing continues non-stop. This entire area has now been sealed off. In the initial firefight, and that shows the kind of weapons that the terrorists have, when the young army major went in for the operation, the terrorists hurled grenades. Now there was room-to-room intervention that was taking place, and to ensure there are no civilian casualties, the soldiers proceeded with extreme caution. But the terrorists, with scant regard to the lives and safety of civilians, they targeted the army personnel, and that's where the brave major made the supreme sacrifice of his life, saving some of his comrades who were caught in the crossfire. Of course, the terrorists also have sniper rifles here, is what sources in the security forces tell India Today. So in that house, where you see flashes of firing still on, that's the house where a terrorist is still holed up, engaging the security forces. But just across there, you see a mob has assembled, and that mob is trying to pelt stones to divert the attention of the security forces to ensure that the terrorist is able to escape, but clearly not. The Jammu and Kashmir police and the CRPF, they are holding that cordon. They're pushing these stone pelters back while the army is carrying out the operation. In this area of South Kashmir, in Pulwama, which is considered a stronghold of that Pakistani terrorist organization Jaish-e-Mohammed, in this district there are about 15 foreign terrorists and about 15 to 20 local terrorists owing their allegiance to the Jaish-e-Mohammed, and that cleanup operation is only just beginning. With cameraman Rauf in Pulwama, Jammu and Kashmir, Gaurav Sawant for India Today.
Well, there are a lot of reactions coming in on the news of Abdul Rashid Ghazi alias Kamran's elimination by the security forces in an encounter that presently is still underway in South Pulwama. Listen in.
Whole nation salutes our brave hearts, and also we pay homage to our brave hearts, and I salute to the brave Jawans of Indian Army for neutralizing Ghazi and Kamran, the top commanders of Jaish. It is Lashkar, Jaish or Hizbul. None of these top commanders will be spared. Azhar Masood will be taken to task. Pakistan will be taken to task. Terrorists will be taken to task. And the sympathizers of terrorists will be taken to task.
Shuja Al-Haq joins us for more on this. Shuja, just put things in context here. How big a setback is this for the terrorist organizations? How big a success is this for the security forces with the death of dreaded Jaish-e-Mohammed commander and also believed to be very close to Masood Azhar?
Well, yes, it's something that the security forces are terming as a major success. Since last night only, when this operation was first started, its importance was revealed because top officials of the J&K police and other security agencies were on the ground zero.
Mm-hmm.
I've been told that till midnight these officials were in Avantipora in itself. Now we've been given to understand that Kamran is someone who has been part and parcel of most attacks in recent past in Kashmir Valley, South Kashmir. And the attack on the convoy of the CRPF is also his brainchild only. He has also been, given to understand that he has been someone who has been brainwashing and helping, new recruitments happen in Jaish-e-Mohammed from Kashmir.
Okay.
So overall, it does look like a major success has been, arrived at as well as the security forces are concerned, and soon they will,
Right.
come up with all the details as to what happened and how this entire operation was carried out.
Absolutely. In fact, the operation is still underway. 2 to 3 terrorists are believed to be still hiding in the area. It's a targeted operation. It was launched a little after midnight. In fact, during the course of the operation, India did lose tragically and unfortunately an officer and 3 Jawans. However, the big news is that the main conspirator, the mastermind behind the Pulwama attacks, Abdul Rashid Ghazi, alias Kamran, has been eliminated by the security forces. In fact, he was handpicked by Jaish Chief Masood Azhar to carry out the mission to bleed India. Take a look at this detailed report.
Ghazi Abdul Rashid, a Jaish commander and an Afghan IED expert, personally handpicked by Jaish-e-Mohammed chief Maulana Masood Azhar. His mission to avenge the killing of Masood Azhar's nephews Talha Rashid and Usman, who were shot dead by security forces in 2017 and 18. Ghazi began his Bleed India mission after he infiltrated into Jammu and Kashmir on 9th of December 2018, along with 2 other terrorists. After setting foot on India's soil, Ghazi started working on executing Masood Azhar's revenge plan straight away. He began by strengthening the Jaish base in the South Kashmir area by training and recruiting locals. The IED expert, who had undergone special arms and explosive training in Afghanistan, chose the local youth Adil Ahmad Dar to execute the suicide bombing. The Indian agencies had been trying to trace Ghazi since January. In fact, in an encounter in Pulwama, days before the terror attack, Ghazi had a narrow escape.
After the terror attack on CRPF convoy on Srinagar-Jammu highway, the investigations are in its full swing. So far, the Jammu and Kashmir police is investigating whole matter and are trying to reach the mastermind in this massive terror attack in the Kashmir Valley. Ghazi Abdul Rashid is believed as the main mastermind behind the attack, and so far, the Jammu and Kashmir police, with the assistance of other intelligence agencies, are trying to reach and nab Jaish commander.
With Gaurav Sawant, Abhishek Bhalla, Ashraf Wani and Shujaul Haq. Bureau Report, India Today.
Well, after a recent plebiscite call on the Kashmir issue, Kamal Hassan has gone on to defend himself. The actor turned politician came out with a shocker, but now claims that he has been misquoted. In a statement, Makkal Needhi Mayam chief Kamal Hassan further claimed that his references were in context to a magazine article that was published 3 decades ago about a military operation that was available at that time. And this is in reference to Kamal Hassan's latest comment that has stirred a massive controversy, where he referred to Pakistan-occupied Kashmir as Azad Kashmir, saying that pictures of jihadis have been used to glorify them as heroes. He further added that glorifying jihadis in Azad Kashmir is a foolish thing to do.
Azad Kashmir trained jihadi வீரர்களுக்கு ட்ரெயின்ல சைடுல பெரிய படம், இங்க நட்சத்திரங்களுக்கு கூட கிடைக்காத அந்தஸ்து கிரிக்கெட் வீரர்களுக்கு கிடைக்க ஒருவேளை அந்த மாதிரி அந்தஸ்து, அதுவும் மடத்தனம் தான்.
And amid heightened tension between India and Pakistan in the aftermath of the Pulwama terror attacks, the International Court of Justice in The Hague is to decide two cases that will be critical to the fate of Indian businessman Kulbhushan Jadhav. The ICJ will commence oral hearings on the Indian national Kulbhushan Jadhav. In fact, India has taken Pakistan to the International Court on grounds that Pakistan has been violating the Vienna Convention by denying consular access to an Indian citizen. Pakistan, on the other hand, is questioning the very jurisdiction of the International Court of Justice, citing a bilateral agreement between both the nations where consular access can be denied in espionage cases. India will be represented once again by top lawyer Harish Salve. The hearing will continue for the next 4 days, at the end of which the International Court of Justice is expected to rule on the question of jurisdiction and the violation of Vienna Convention as contended by the Indian side. Kulbhushan Jadhav, a retired Indian naval officer, was arrested from Balochistan province in 2016. He was sentenced to death by a Pakistan military court on charges of spying in April 2017. However, last year, the International Court of Justice urgently had asked Pakistan to revoke the death sentence that was awarded to Kulbhushan Jadhav.
Simultaneously, the 16-judge bench, normally it's a 15-judge bench, but because India does have a representative in Justice Bhandari and Pakistan does not have a judge on the bench, is the reason why an ad hoc bench from ad hoc judge from Pakistan will also be a part of that bench. So those 16 judges then are going to decide on the jurisdiction of ICJ and whether if Vienna Convention was flouted by Pakistan. For now, it seems like India has a very strong case, given that the first few hearings and the judgments or the observations by ICJ were quite favorable towards India. Harish Salve is already here, and so is Qureshi, who is going to lead the Pakistani charge. So it looks like a jam-packed 4 days. There were massive consultations last night as well. And in some time from now, Harish Salve, who's in his hotel, is going to move towards ICJ to discuss and consult with the team before they go ahead with the hearing. The first oral argument for the day is going to be from the Indian side. So today is India's turn and tomorrow it would be Pakistan's. Mr. Qureshi, just a quick question. You're leading the charge from the Pakistani side. A big day for India-Pakistan. India continues to maintain Kulbhushan Jadhav is not a spy and that Pakistan is in violation of the Vienna Convention.
Good morning, Geeta. I look forward to hearing from Mr. Harish Salve how it is that Kulbhushan Jadhav obtained an authentic Indian passport in a Muslim cover name. You'll hear our arguments tomorrow. Thank you.
Right, but is the Pakistani team confident that they will be able to convince ICJ that there is no jurisdiction?
Listen to us tomorrow and you'll hear. Thank you.
Right. That's the legal counsel Khawar Qureshi speaking exclusively to India today, saying that they're confident in the arguments that they're going to place in front of the ICJ.
All right, so Pakistan has repeatedly refused India its right of consular access to Kulbhushan Jadhav. Today is going to be India's side to begin its arguments at the ICJ.
Thanks for watching the video. For more such news and updates, please like, share and subscribe to India Today. Also check out our other great videos from our channel. We know you would love to.